I want to feel that you want it.
Hey guys, so we just want to make sure that we start off with a clean face, clean hands, and we're going to go straight into moisturizer. I'm actually using the Savannah Bee Company Queen Bee Jelly. It works really well for my skin. I have combo skin, so it doesn't break me out, it doesn't make me oily, it just works really well for me. So I just put that all over my face, and I'll put some down my neck because you can't forget that. This next step of applying primer to your face is very important to ensure that your makeup is going to stay all day on your face and not go anywhere. When using any kind of powders, it's definitely advised that you use a primer, just because powders have a tendency to move throughout the day with wind, with heat. So I just use a Smashbox primer that I've been using for years, and it's worked great for my skin. It doesn't break me out, and I just put it all over my face where I know that my makeup tends to fall off if I don't put primer on. So here I'm going to mix my Josie Maran Argan Oil with my LA Girl Pro Correct Concealer in the color Orange. Orange is good for covering any kind of blue, purplish hues to your face, aka under eye circles, any kind of veininess. And that's where you see me applying that under my eyes. You'll see me apply that to some veins on my cheeks. Now I'm going to go into my NYX color corrector palette, and I'm going to take that color Purple. Purple is used to brighten any kind of spots on your skin. You'll see I want to brighten my forehead, brighten my nose, brighten my cheeks. Purple, when blended out under foundation, it looks amazing. I can't tell you, it's one of my best known secrets for when doing makeup application. I will also go into green and cancel any kind of redness around the nose, which is hormonally prevalent in women. And then here I'm just blending it all out with a stippling brush. This is, I believe, like a $3 brush I got at Target. It's e.l.f. It's amazing. I don't know what I would do without it. So after blending all those colors in, I'm going to go into my L'Oreal Magic Nude Liquid to Powder Foundation. I really love the finish of this foundation. It's very liquidy, so you just got to be careful when applying it. And what I like to do is put it on something to where I can stick my finger in and apply it as you see in this video. So I'm just dotting it all over my face. It may look like a lot of foundation, but this stuff is very sheer, so when it blends out into a beautiful airbrush finish. So as you can see, I'm applying it everywhere, making sure I apply it down my neck. Make sure, ladies and gentlemen, that you apply foundation down your neck. It's one of the first telltale signs of bad makeup application. And then here, I'm just blending it out. So after blending out my foundation, I'm going to use one of my favorite concealers. It's a NARS Creamy Concealer in the color Custard. This stuff is creaseless. I mean, it blends wonderfully. I never had any problems with this. I highly recommend this concealer. It could also be used for contouring in a darker color. So I'm just applying it under my eyes. I'll apply it on the bridge of my nose. I'll apply it under my chin. And what it means to highlight is to bring forward on your face. And bringing forward points on your face means you're going to bring attention to those points on your face. So if there's something on your face that you don't want to have noticed, then you probably shouldn't highlight it. I highly recommend contouring it, if anything, or just using your skin tone concealer to cover. So when I first started blending out this highlight, I was using my foundation brush, but then I switched over to the Sephora brush that has a specific design for an airbrush effect, and I'll list all the details below in the description box. I just don't have the brushes with me right now.
Smoke fills the skies and wind blows and then crashes. Waves over the
Next, I'm going to mix my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Toast with my Josie Maran Argan Oil. And I like to mix these two together just because the LA Girl Pro Concealers have a very high pigmentation and sometimes it's hard to blend. So right here I'm going to apply it to my cheekbones, and you'll see that I apply it to the temples, which are right there, and the center of my forehead. I'm going to apply it to my chin. I'm going to apply it to my jawline. Here I'm applying it to my nose, just to kind of give my nose a cuter, smaller effect. Not that I have a big nose, but that's what contouring's for. So after I apply that contour, I'm going to go back into that same Sephora brush that I used to blend out my highlight. I'm going to blend out my contour with this brush. It gives a beautiful airbrush effect, and I just love the way it blends out any kind of darker color on my face. As you can see here, it just blends it flawlessly.
some dreams and flashes, growing and rising. Rain fills the skies and
so I'm going to go back into that same mixture of contour and apply it to my nose just to give it a more defined effect. I'm going to also apply it under my lip, and applying a darker color under the bottom of your lip is going to give the illusion of a bigger lip, and who doesn't love bigger lips? So after blending out that nose contour, I'm going to go into my NYX contour palette and use the yellow color that's provided in the palette and just use that to set under my eyes. Setting with powder after using cream ensures that your makeup is going to last longer. And I'm also applying it here to my chin. When you're highlighting, don't forget you're bringing forward on your face. So one of my favorite parts is contouring, so I'm going to mix those two colors in that contour palette, the two on the bottom left-hand corner, and I'm going to apply the contour on my cheekbones. If you don't know where your cheekbones are, just make a fishy face, and anywhere where you see that hollowness on your cheekbones is where you should apply it. I'm now applying it to my temples, the top of my forehead. You'll see that I apply it on my nose, on my jawline, and when contouring, it just means you're going to give a more defined look on your face. It's basically slimming down your face. So after applying the powder contour, I'm going to go back into my foundation brush and just blend out any harsh lines that might have been caused by the powder contour application. And then what you'll see here is me doing a technique called baking. I will go into a whole video on what that is, but it's basically just taking translucent powder and setting any highlight that you have applied on your face. This gives a more precise, defined highlight. It's very good for photography, for any kind of videography. It looks beautiful, but a lot of people don't understand what it does, so that's why we'll do a whole video on it.
oh, let me feel what you are. Flashes on matches, splashes of ashes, embers are rising, smoke fills the skies and
So after letting that powder bake for about 5 minutes, I'm going to take this super large jumbo fan brush and just brush off that powder. So after brushing that off, I'm going to go back into my contour brush and just slightly touch over where I had contoured before I applied the baking powder. This has to be my favorite part of any makeup application, as you can see. I love highlighting, and I'm actually using the Champagne Pop. That's the name of it. It's the Jaclyn Hill Becca Cosmetic collab, and I'm just applying it to my cheekbones. You'll see that I apply it to the bridge of my nose, the top of my lip. I really love this product. It gives that glowing from within feel and look. It photographs beautifully. It just looks great in person. I probably will never stop using this, which is why I bought 2 of them.
Free fall in Paris, some dreams and flashes, growing and rising, rain fills the skies and Sunday morning crashes, flickering of lashes.
So I just took that blending brush just to brush out a little bit of the highlight to make it look more natural, and one of the final steps here in this video is applying a makeup setting spray. This is going to lock in any kind of powders that are on your face. Next, I'm going into this Urban Decay lip primer. This stuff is amazing, and make sure your lipstick and lip liner is not going anywhere other than your lips. So one of the final steps is to apply a NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. This is the color Abu Dhabi. It's a little bit darker from the color that I'm going to apply next, which is the color Caro. I like to apply Caro in the center of my lips to give the illusion of bigger lips. After that, I'm going to go into a Maybelline Nude Eye Pencil on the bottom of my eye, and putting a new pencil right there is going to make your eyes look wider and more awake. So guys, that finishes up the look. Here is the final look. I know the lighting's a little bit off, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and leave any comments below on what look you would like to see next, and please make sure to subscribe and like. Thank you guys.